We've just left Gokyo, and behind me is the glacier we have to cross to get to the next town. Let's go. Here we are in the middle of a glacier.
That's the end of a glacier as you know them.
Alright, good morning everybody. Today is day 9 and we're warming our sleeping bags in Tagnag because outside it's snowing. There's a good film of snow all over the rocks and we wanted to climb over the pass to get over to Gorak Shep where we could see the Mount Everest and his neighbors from the top of Kalapatar and even Everest Base Camp, but the snow's trapping us in. So it's kind of a free-for-all. We don't know what's really going on. The weather's crapping on us, and we're just going to take every day one day at a time. So we're just happy to be here.
Here we are at the Tashi Friendship Lodge. So as you can see outside, it's snowing, snowing, snowing. So inside, we thought we'd sample the Pabst Blue Ribbon.
It's a little dinged up. Some of the original white and blue paint, a little red, is chipped off from shipping, I suppose.
And it's got the Chinese characters all over it. So it came over from Tibet, so we could drink it near the Chola Pass.
This is the original, selected as America's best beer in 1893.
This is the owner of the Tashi Lodge. Namaste.
What's your name again?
Temba.
Temba?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Temba. Yeah.
She's being very hospitable and putting up with us while it's snowing outside.
Yep.
So, how about we crack these beers?
Let's do that. Ready? Long life and happiness?
What do you say in Nepali? When you cheers?
Good luck.
Good luck?
Good luck?
In English, good luck.
In English is good luck, so...
Oh!
Ooh, these could be 40 years old.
Very राम्रो.
Pull tabs.
Oh, so pull tab. So we're back in
77.
That must have been a good time.
Bottoms up.
Good luck.
Good luck. It has a dry, robust taste, much like the Himalayas themselves.
This actually does take like a fresh Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Tastes pretty fresh.
Yeah. Pabst.
When did they stop making pull tabs?
The fresh maker. I don't know. Is there an expiration date? 2005.
2005.
Maybe January 11th or something? But our owner here said that they were brought up this year.
Maybe they've been in transit that whole time. It took it 2 years. To get
These are 2-year-old beers. I'm just really happy to have a beer.
yeah.
It's a snow day.
This morning we've already played one game of chess.
Thank you.
Okay.
Haven't done much else, really.
With a lot of opportunities. We shall choose the appropriate ones. Let's shotgun a beer.
Good luck. The snow has stopped, basically. We're still in Tagnag after our snow day yesterday. We waited the weather out. We followed the wrong trail and became separated when the trail disappeared. This is the only footage I took. It's about 1:30. Left at 7:30 this morning. I'm a bit pissed off, and the trail is really hard to find. So I had to slide down this glacier on my hope there's a trail. Luckily there was. So I'm back Back on trail now. Hopefully Port Say shouldn't be too much farther, but just not in a good mood right now. There's a lot of bullshit right now. Well, I have made it to Paricci. No sign of Steve. Hopefully he made it here. I guess I'll go look for him tomorrow. I've calmed down a little bit. After 8 hours, 2 liters of water, no food, I finally made it here, so I'm glad to have a warm fire and a warm place to sleep tonight. The next morning, as I prepared to leave, Steve wandered up from Port Tanga down the mountain. We were both frustrated as we continued to Tang Bochet. A bottle of wine and a group of singing Germans and their guides improved our mood.
Made it.
Tang Bochet.
Tang Bochet.
Tang Bochet. Au touché.
Au touché.
Tang Bochet. Cheers.
Cheers. What the video do? So good wine though at 12,700 feet.
Nothing but wine can cure it.
We split up yesterday all day. We had near-death experiences.
We each had our own little excursion down the mountain, but we both made it out alright. All is well. So what had happened is the trail split, and it went high and it went low. And we should have taken the high one, but we went the low route, and eventually the trail just disappeared. So we're stuck with no trail, trying to work our way around these very steep sides. So eventually, the trail just disappeared completely. And it was pretty obvious. It was just too high up. It was just too steep. There was no walkway. With a heavy pack on, off balance. So I found an area where an avalanche had come down. There was a lot of loose gravel and rocks. So I sat on my butt, and with my trekking pole, just worked my way down. So by the end of it, my pants were totally shredded because of the rocks. But I made it down lower and eventually found a trail that took me on in. You got any good stories from that day? You were clutched on the side of a mountain?
Oh, I guess it just starts with me getting to the top of the ridge and throwing my right leg over like I would saddling up on a horse. And I knew I was at the top of the mountain and there were 2 sheets of downward slope I could either go down on or go up. And I chose to go up for another hike, looking for the trail.
I went down the avalanche slide.
First decision to go down.
Yep.
Second decision for me to go down.
I kept going straight as far as I could. When I couldn't go out, so I go down.
Yeah.
I remember clutching on the side of this mountain. No trail, very off balance. And I had to make a jump from one place to another. And by this point I hadn't seen Steve for a couple hours. But I looked up on the side of the mountain, and silhouetted against the fog, I thought I saw Steve and his backpack on. So I looked up, and I made the jump, and I looked back up, and it ended up being a mountain goat sitting there staring at me. And it just watched me slowly work my way around the mountain.
I was sitting right next to the cover.
Oh yeah?